What if we're loved?
Welcome to your reading. In the pre-shuffle, we have new beginnings, a student of being the Empress, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. This is an energy. It's not really about being an empress or a queen. It's more like coming in to confidence with your highest self, with your eternal nature, with your knowing that you are safe, loved, and following the guidance that you're hearing, and that life is for learning. So mistakes are part of it. So let's see what wants to come through. A flip of the Tower. So something is changing radically in your life. Most of us are in new beginnings. And I just feel to sit with this because the foundations of the world we know are crumbling, which just means that part of your personality self is no longer gonna work. So the bottom line is the way you've done things before is not gonna work anymore, which is a good thing because what's crazy? Crazy is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Most of us here are ready for changes, and change is upon us, and everybody can feel that, I think. So we got the Tower, and that just means that the old is falling right now and the new is coming. This tower in particular is lit up with divine light. There is passion. This new beginning is this new world, this new, you know, what this new world that we're coming to is divinely guided. So we can just let the old fall away, let the past go, let what no longer feels right to you fall away. That's what this tower is saying. Because once you let go of what no longer serves you, there is a new cup of love. The Ace of Cups is a gift from God, a new beginning. Your cup runneth over. That's what this card means. My cup runneth over. So it's a feeling of gratitude inside. That love and that gratitude that you are allowing to be released within your very own heart is going to grow so big and also be represented in the outside world to you. This, let go of the old, let the foundations that were built not solid crumble so that this new love can come into your life. Very quickly, I can see that it's coming. This is the Knight of Swords. It's a message of passion and love. It's communication. Swords represent the mind and communication. The Knights represent messages and swiftness. This is the fastest knight in the deck, and I am just impelled to keep pulling. The Devil. So this knight is literally cutting through the ego crap. I love this. That's what's falling away. You're bringing in this new cup of love. And as you do, you're going to be challenged. As this new love comes into your life, you're going to be challenged to stay where you're comfortable. You know, those beliefs, this devil represents beliefs that we formed in childhood to we came into this world. Our true nature is innocence and childlike play. And then we work out how to live in the world. Like we learn how to make it work, our hearts and minds within this world, within this matrix, within this illusion. And we lose our innocence and we cover over our truth and we try to fit in and we try to please and we want to be a good girl for the and approval for the ones we love or want to love us. But that has been covered over, and it's time to uncover it so that that little childlike innocent self can come back in. So these outdated beliefs about I have to work hard to get, I have to get what I need before anyone else does. If I give something away, I lose something. It's a new belief system. What you give, you gain. You know, if somebody is healed of a debilitating disease, we don't think that that means we can't have a miracle. You know, we're open. We're like, oh my God, if that person can heal just because they had a prayer, then I can too. And that is what we want to, that's what we want to embody, that mindset. Everybody deserves complete health, abundance, and love. And we are on this earth to remember who we are in truth, love. And that love is all that we need. It's all that heals. It's all there is. So everything that isn't that is this ego saying, yeah, follow me down this thread of pain and suffering and fear. Let's just see what else we get. But quickly you come into this Queen of Wands energy. And the Queen of Wands, she's not afraid of the ego. Look at that. In fact, she's facing the ego. This is that queen who has a black cat in the old days when black cats were said to be like witchcraft and unlucky, but she knows better. It's just tall tales, illusions, lies. We're cutting through that. You see, it's got that red. It's like I'm here with the truth, and I'm staring the ego in the face, so-called devil, our mind that says, shoulda, coulda, woulda, I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. I'm not loved enough. I don't have what it takes. Whatever we learned through our siblings or our parents or our teachers who were struggling themselves, that we took on those beliefs and they're running the whole show of our lives. We're being asked to come into this. We really, the Empress that showed up in the pre-shuffle and this Queen of Wands that's showing up now is, it's like overcoming all these other energies, the Tower, the Devil. It's like, okay, enough is enough. I am a queen of knowledge, wealth, abundance, security. And it's because I know where I come from. I come from a loving God, from a loving universe, from love itself. And I am in an illusion. I'm dreaming and I am having the opportunity to observe the thoughts in my mind and the world that is reflecting the thoughts in my mind. And I can overlook it and stay in the truth and peace. Because literally, y'all, this queen is a loving queen. And what we're going to want to do is melt into our heart. And once we're in our heart, we can make decisions. I know we've all read a lot of books of self-help, but sometimes we have to put the books down for a minute and just really feel love and be moved by that love, because that in the end is where we're headed. You know, what did Jesus say? It's my favorite thing he ever said. It's love each other as I have loved you. If you do one thing to any brother, it is as though you are doing it to me. So our time here on this earth is really to learn how to not judge our brothers, forgive them when we take things personally, and forgive ourselves when we take things personally, and soften our hearts and come into the love that we are. That's the lesson. So let's see. Oh God, and another queen. So this is you, Queen of Cups, Queen of Love. You know, coming into the certainty that I am from God. I am confident that I'm eternal and that I'm just here temporarily. So I'm not afraid to lead with my heart. And then the heart just gets so big, and the heart is now leading this. And that one cup turns into the Nine of Cups, which is a wish come true. And I believe that we have many wishes. Like, you know, we want a partner, we want a great job, we want prosperity and success, and we want family and friends. And that's really all the Nine Cups are representing that. But what we really want is to know that we are loved and that we can give that love safely. And so that's what we're coming into. And it's really, really beautiful. And I just feel like just we're continuing to do the work all the time. And the hangman does represent a different perspective. Instead of going, well, if I love, I might get my heart broken, or the more I give, the more I'm going to get, you know, stabbed in the back because it's happened before. This is looking at the world with the eyes like we're born today. Like, I don't have any baggage that would make me afraid to give my time, my energy, and my love to whoever is in front of me because I'm innocent. I know nothing of heartbreak. It's that kind of mentality. It's a different view. So whenever we're not seeing like a child of innocence and trust, whenever we're not in that energy, we're asked to call in the spirit and say, can you look at this with me? Because I'm having a hard time because this person is pissing me off. And I've had to do that. As most of you know, I came out of this anesthesia. And when I did, my heart was filled with love and forgiveness. And my life has changed because of it. It wasn't of me. I mean, I went into an emergency surgery. And when I came out, my life had a blanket of forgiveness upon it. And so it's not like it stayed like that. I was in that place for 2 weeks. And then, I had to get back in a car and drive across the country and fly on a plane. And those things used to scare me. And sometimes, I had to practice bringing that love back into my heart. It wasn't about being courageous and strong or just disregarding fear. It was just like, wait, wait, wait. That love in my heart and that gratitude for my life, for a second chance, that's where I'm able to trust God. When I call upon the presence of love in my heart, that's the shift. That's the perspective shift when I call upon the love within my heart. So it starts with 1 cup of love, and then it expands to 9 cups because it's transfer of training. It's forgiveness. It's a blanket of forgiveness across your life. And it's so beautiful. So let's get some more cards to clarify. I'll put these up on the screen if I remember because they're beautiful. They really, really are. There's a lot of them. So I'll get my other deck and we'll just see. We're overcoming, I see right now, this new beginning of passion and fire. And I did pre-shuffle and pray. This new beginning of passion and fire is taking the place of mental conflict. That horse represents freedom. Freedom from mental conflict is what we are choosing now. And we are learning to choose and choose and choose again. And that's what I'm saying. When I came out of the anesthesia, there was a blanket of forgiveness across my entire life. And the love in my heart did not move for 2 weeks. And now I have to call it back because the world comes in over it like a spell, a fog over our mind. So we're being asked to be present and remember in every moment. Remember God, our love for him and his love for us. And if you don't like that word God, it's just remembering pure love and that we have been created in love. We are to give our love away. It's all about moving from our heart instead of our intellect. So to clarify the tower, we have strength. So we having this tower is the chance to embody the lion and the lamb, innocence and strength. The lion and the lamb sit together here, and the personality self is here as well. This tower is throwing away arrogance and the need to get. It's just being in the state of confidence and innocence and presence, inner strength from our connection with our source. This Ace of Cups is clarified by this Five of Cups. So, That is so beautiful. Feeling like you've been left out of love. That's what's being healed in this new heart opening love. You see, there's a key right here to the door, but she thinks she's been locked out, but the key's there. That's what you see with this new beginning in love, that you've never been shut out from love. You had to go inside of your heart, inside of your own self to find it first. And now it's going to be reflected everywhere you go. So I want to take these two cards together. I really do believe that they came together like this. That red is like, this is what I'm seeing. Like this Knight of Swords slices through that ego and leaves with that. See, went right through it. It's not even real. It's just an illusion. There's the red from going through that ego energy, and the ego disappears. It just dissolves. It dissolves. Because I went through it. It wasn't even there. I rode right through it. I love the pictures. So, yeah, and then to clarify, yeah, it's you get a major arcana of the Fool, a new beginning. You're jumping into a new dimension, a new perspective. You're seeing things with the eyes of a child, with innocence. You know, you've faced the devil. That's the belief that you're not loved, that you're separate from God. You faced that, and now you have a brand new beginning in your little yellow dress with your crystals and your water, beautiful beach water. You know, what kind of life do you want to live? Slice through the belief that you have to suffer and get sick and die, and that you can put on a yellow dress and dive into clear blue healing waters. So, I mean, I have friends that are stuck in fear, and I have friends that are on a beach right now, and I've been both places. So we're walking each other home. We're reminding each other that we don't have to suffer. I think it's very beautiful. And then we have the two queens. And this is really reminding me of a friend who told me the other day, girl, we're queens. You know who you are. Put it in the comments if you're listening. Girl, we're queens. And I said, yes, we are. But I also want to get my feet a little dirty and open it up for, yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you more about this later. But this is just an energy of mastery. The queens are the energy of mastery. And to clarify that, you have success, the Six of Wands, recognition and victory, that you're coming into mastery. You've done so much mind training. And the mind training is what? It's observing the world we see without getting offended, without needing to explain, without needing to justify ourselves, without getting hurt when, we don't get the attention that we want. We give to ourselves the attention that we want. We do it so much. We love ourselves so much that we don't care if anyone loves us back or gives us what we think we need. But the minute we don't care, that's when it shows up everywhere we look. That's success because we've let go. We have mastered needing other people to tell us who we are, to tell us what we should do, to tell us if we're right or wrong. No, we follow the guide inside. And the Nine of Cups, I love this because this is the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So it's like all the things you've ever dreamed of and been talented at or wanted to look into or see. Like this girl is looking at the candle. I used to meditate to a candle flame. It's like all of these wishes are coming true. Like everything you thought you had failed at, you're going to take another try at from the eyes of love. Instead of trying to do all these things you were talented and good at because you wanted accolades or because you wanted to prove that you were worthy of being alive or on this planet, you're now doing things from, the guidance in your heart when it's open and feeling this love. And then you're moved. You might be moved to do a ceremony or um, a meditation or call a friend, but or sing or get on stage or whatever it is. You are coming from a place of not having to prove yourself anymore. You're coming from a place of heart opening love and just childlike wonder and just wanting to feel love and give it away and the freedom of being in a world but not of it. And so seeing from a new perspective because you're not trying to get anything in return. You just want to live your life in peace and love and give that away. So that's pretty cool. Very cool. So let me get a Course in Miracles card from the deck, and we will see what message wants to come in there. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. So this is like, remember when we were kids and the cartoons had the angel and the devil on either side? So, you know, we're always listening to some teacher, and you're going to always be listening to either the ego or source, ego or spirit. So all day you can choose thoughts of love. It's going to take attention, it's going to take presence, it's going to take focus, but eventually it'll be natural to you. It says the part of your mind in which truth abides is in constant communication with God, whether you are aware of it or not. Wow. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. And the wisdom of the oracle, I'll pull a card and read you the meaning. I mean, that just came out. I pre-shuffled all these decks and prayed. So you got the fates. Number 17, which is coming up everywhere for me. And it's my birthday, September 17th. So it seems like numbers have a lot to do with, if you look them up, they're very awesome. Okay, so let's see. The fates. Essential meaning, fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. The oracle's message. The Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. We got this recently, but it's fate, destiny. It's so beautiful. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So it's kind of like your life is being led right now by a higher power. And so you can just trust that if something isn't coming to you easily, then you can let it go. It's just not for you. Just remember that destiny and fate are leading you at this time, and you don't need to force anything. You don't have to say yes to everything, but it feels really good to wait and see what invitations do come in. And sometimes it is a yes. And just because sometimes we say no because we're afraid and we're isolating and we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. So that is a practice. But also, God's plan for us is effortless. Okay. And just pray. I always pray, light up the path that you would like me to walk, and I follow the breadcrumbs of joy. And so, this woman is hugging herself, loving herself, and she's feeling that love within her heart. And when she does, she's led to her destiny. And it's all of these stars. There's some kind of healing and, you know, light is upon you. It's lighting up your life. Follow the light, follow the stars, follow the numbers that come up all the time. Mine is 17. So it's like get in that energy of I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you to yourself. Okay, so I pulled one person, one viewer from last reading, and it was Melanie Doyle, a very good friend of mine. So we're going to see what comes out for Mel. Hi, Mel. Let's see what we get for Melanie Doyle, all the way in Australia. Okay, Mel. Two cards came out. The Hanged Man in reverse and death and rebirth. And you know I'm going to want a third card underneath the death. Uh-huh. The Ace of Cups. So we had this in the reading as well, the Ace of Cups. And we did have the Tower, which is basically, Mel, I know her, so I'm cheating. She is going through a rebirth. So the thing is, what the message I'm getting, Mel, is that there's a new a new perspective that needs to come in, and which is the hardest thing in the world. But I think you're going through like a rebirth, a new beginning. There's something, I love this card because it's not talking about any endings. It's talking only about new beginnings. And there's no need to force this star. It's so bright. So here's what the message is, Mel. You're not going to be able to miss it. What to do? This new heart opening love that's coming in, it's going to be so obvious and it's going to feel in your heart so big. I mean, look at this. It's literally going to come from here. You don't have to figure it out in your mind. This rebirth that you're going through is going to shine like the North Star guiding you. And it's going to feel like love overflowing the light of God in your heart. And you're just going to be asked to let the Spirit see for you. You can see for me because I'm going out of the way, out of time. That's my song. What his song is that? Into the kingdom. Okay. So ask the Spirit to see for you because you cannot miss these signs. The North Star will sparkle for you and your heart will overflow with love. Those are the awesome messages that I have for you, and I will see you next time.
What if we're